Good morning to Coffee with Dan. This morning I'm going to discuss another important topic, especially targeting the women population in this country. My topic for today is empowering women through education, training and gainful employment. I have this morning two ladies with me. One is Ms. Swabha Wickremasinghe, who is the founder of the freight forwarding company Whirling Shipping Company Private Limited in 1997 and presently its director marketing. She is the current president of Vista, Sri Lanka. And also I have with me Mrs. Anoma Ranasinghe, who is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers UK and is the chairperson of the Sri Lanka branch and an executive council member of ICS UK. She is an executive committee member of Vista Sri Lanka and also heads the CASA subcommittee on education and training. She is also the general manager of McLaren's group on documentation. Good morning, ladies, and welcome on studios.
Good morning.
So let me ask from Swabha. Now, you being the chairperson this year in this Vista Sri Lanka, what is Vista all about?
First of all, Dr. Dan, thank you so much for giving this opportunity to us to share more information with the general public about Vista and what Vista can do to support the women already employed in the maritime industry and the ones who have any interest to join this industry. So if I talk about Vista, Vista stands for Women's International Shipping and Trading Association. It's a highly professional and a reputable shipping organization. Our focus is to improve the level of competency in the maritime industry through education and knowledge sharing. In Vista, we provide a networking platform for all our members to share their experience, knowledge, and support each other in the relevant fields. Vista International was established in 1974. Of course, Vista Sri Lanka is still a very young association and we started in 2014, just 3 years ago. Presently, we have about 2,000 members in more than 35 countries. We still try to attract more members and to expand our organization, whereas we can support the women in the maritime industry.
Now, Anoma, when we say maritime industry, it is not mainly focused on the maritime sector, but also it has a lot of connections to the hinterland or the internal various kinds of businesses and services that are provided. So how is Vista going to attract more females to join this maritime industry, which is more of a male dominant industry, isn't it?
Yes. First of all, Dan, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to present whatever our thoughts regarding women empowerment. And if you take the maritime industry, it is always considered as a male-dominated industry. So you will agree with me that this is a 24/7 profession. Ships are always on the move, carrying cargo from one port to another, as the ships will earn when they are on the move. Right? So to be a woman in a male-dominated industry has never been easy, and getting to the top is even harder. Right? That is why women in the maritime world need a voice, and Vista feels that need. Vista will assist women in maritime transportation through networking, then seminars, education, career guidance programs, mentoring. So it is very interesting to note that women are gradually taking opportunities in the industry and are actively participating to promote the contribution of the industry to the national development. However, we have a bigger challenge, that is to change the industry's perception on the importance of females participating and contributing to the industry. So through Vista's programs, we are able to attract educated and qualified women to the maritime industry.
Now, Swabha, Anoma mentioned that bringing in women is a really hard task into the shipping industry, since throughout its history we know that men were really dominating, and also a lot of activities that are conducted in the shipping field, it's quite hard for women to take up. But however, now the modern day women are different. They are really able to take up challenges, and they are keen to take up challenges. So as an organization, how do you support women in the maritime industry, and what has Vista Sri Lanka done to support and enhance the knowledge of its members?
Yes, as Anoma very correctly said, we do a lot of programs to support women, and as you said, it those days, like long ago, it needed a lot of physical strength. When you talk about shipping, it always we think about physical strength. So when it's physical strength, it's mostly men. So this is why not many women like were attracted to this field. But now things have changed in the world. The modern technology and the science, and so I mean it's rapidly changing and developing every day. So with all these new changes, with modern technology and science, new vistas have opened for women, and it's much easier, like I would say, it does not need that physical strength anymore. It's more sophisticated, and women can easily even to control a ship. It's like you can do with a push of a button, so which is quite fascinating, like amazing right now. And therefore we encourage women now. It's this is the right time for more women to join, and they have a lot of career opportunities in this in our field, in this maritime industry. And so in order to attract more women, we conduct a lot of career guidance programs, and like leadership, entrepreneurship, and we felicitate very successful women, and we help our industry women with their knowledge and how to balance work life, and those kind of things, like for an example, recently we supported first ever gantry operators were felicitated in Sri Lanka. They introduced about 12 females as gantry operators, the first time in South Asian region. So Vista supported these women to felicitate them, even to enhance to support in their personal, like to develop their personal skills, to be ready to accept such a challenge. So we did lot of programs with them. Likewise, even to the junior staff in our industry, we always support them with education and mentoring programs. So these are the ways that Vista really support the women in the maritime industry and who are interested to join this industry.
Now, Anoma, we know that entering this your specialized area is or rather needs some studies to be undertaken or come to a certain professional level. Now, you being engaged in education and training very much in this shipping and maritime related areas, and also now you are presently the chairperson of the Institute of Chartered Ship Brokers. What sort of professional studies that one should get engaged in relation to this shipping industry?
Well, of course, Dan, you will agree that there are so many professional development courses available from the certificate level to the postgraduate level, and there are doctoral degrees in maritime. If one chooses to raise her or to read her doctorate, right? So these are offered by various maritime academies and universities in the world. You have the Lloyd's Maritime Academy, you have the World Maritime University, you have of course the Chartered Shipbrokers, then you have the University, Dalian University, then you have the Southampton University. So they run courses covering theoretical and practical aspects of maritime industry. So it could be a distance learning course, it could be an online course, it could be a classroom type. They are managed and run by various maritime professionals. So if you take Vista was formed as a networking association. So therefore we have not developed courses on our own to educate our members. But what we do is, the best way is to partner with these institutions so that we can enhance the competencies of our members. Recently, Vista International signed a MOU with Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers UK, where over a period of 10 years, 5 scholarships for individual female members are offered through Vista International. So thereby, Vista is promoting to enhance the knowledge and the education of the female members, right, who are involved in the industry as well as in Vista.
This morning in Coffee with Dan, I'm talking about empowering women through education, training and gainful employment. In Sri Lanka, there is a huge interest among women for jobs and training, especially in this maritime field. So today, this morning, I have Mrs. Swabha Wickremasinghe, who is the founder of the freight forwarding company Worldlink Shipping Company Private Limited, and presently its director marketing. She is the current president of Vista Sri Lanka, and also Mrs. Anoma Ranasinghe, who is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers and presently the chairperson of the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers UK Sri Lanka branch. She is also an executive committee member of Vista. So turning back to our discussion, Swabha, now Anoma mentioned that there are many educational and professional courses that are available in Sri Lanka especially for young girls to study, learn and engage in maritime industry. And also there is a overwhelming majority now among the student population, especially among the girls, to get into these kinds of very specialized professional and skill areas. What sort of training assistance and kind of mentoring that you provide at Vista for these girls that are coming up in the industry?
So we it's okay, as you said, the young generation is not like those days. They are very adventurous, they are willing to take up challenges, and so this is an ideal industry to join. And it's a very prestigious and professional, dynamic industry, and with the right attitude, with the right education, with the right work ethics, you can climb up the career ladder to the top. So in Vista, we always we are not a training institute or anything which gives training to our members, but as Anoma said, we have partnered with many institutes. So the school leavers, the graduate, they can go to these institutes and get their maritime education. Unfortunately, in our school curriculum, there's no education related to maritime sector, so which is something we are lacking. And but of course, after the university graduate, I mean, in that aspect, they can always go to these institutes and get the right education. And also in Vista, for our members, and also to attract more female to join the industry, like the school leavers, what we do is we conduct career guidance programs. We tie up with all the girls' schools, not only in Colombo, but also outside Colombo. And we go and tell them what opportunities are available. These are not only meant for children, but even for parents. Because sometimes the lack of awareness, they are actually not aware there's such an industry exists that they can join and be very successful. Even if I talk about myself, it was an accident, like to join this industry. When we were studying, it was never in our wildest dreams that, shipping is going to be my career. It was always being a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher, something, related to that. But this one, our industry, even to become an entrepreneur, it is... if you have the enthusiasm, the right skills and the right attitude, you can always, you can do this. And so for our members, we always conduct programs such as developing leadership skills, which is a very important thing. And even recently, we had a program with Mr. Ravi Jawardana, CEO of Maliban Biscuit Sales and Marketing, and we had this program for all our members, which was given free of charge, offered free of charge by us to all our members. And they are like, it was, so these kind of things. And also we acknowledge these successful women. I remember about few months back we had this session with Mrs. Kalyani Dahanayaka. She's the new I think Commissioner of Inland Revenue. So how they, as Anoma said, it's a 24/7 job. If you're in shipping, you have to be able to, it's your choice, and you have to be able to work, and it's an international trade, so we have a lot of time differences, so therefore we need to work according to fix that. And so we to balance work life, so that's also important for women. So we always try to get them not only just education, but how to how to conduct yourself to achieve your goals. And also I believe there are a lot of changes, economical, political changes in the world, and shipping is always connected with these geopolitical situations and the changes in the world. So as women, we should be always very watchful. We should always be aware of what's happening in the world, because in shipping these things really matters. These things directly matters to us. What's happening in USA, what's happening in China, what sort of regulations they have. Everything changes these days in the world. Every day things are changing, especially with economic and political situations. So all these things directly involve in our business and affect us. So therefore I think world situations, education, attitude, everything has to be in together to achieve, to be a successful woman.
Anoma, now we know that maritime industry, as I mentioned earlier, is not very specially focused on the maritime activities that are taking place, but also in the inland things are also connected to the maritime industry. And this budget 2018 also comes as a blue-green budget, which means that the government is very keen in giving opportunities to the blue economy, or what we call the opportunities in the sea-related maritime field. And also Swabha mentioned that the Vista used to conduct trainings in other rural areas as well, not only in the urban areas. So what are the areas in maritime industry that are open for women, and how do you contribute towards getting especially the hinterland and rural women into the maritime field?
Yeah, Dan, if you see, as a female, if you can pierce that glass ceiling, right, and make a difference and work shoulder to shoulder with your counterparts, every area in shipping is open for women, right? But however, there could be religious and cultural barriers. But nowadays, I believe that this belief is diminishing, because you could see there are a lot of women from the Middle Eastern countries who are working on ships as ships officers, etc. Then you have female crew on submarines. And a very good example is the training and employment of these 12 gantry crane operators in Sri Lanka by the Sri Lanka Ports Authority. So what happens is, however, right, so there are a lot of opportunities for women, be it the terminal, the ports and the terminals, the shipping agency, shipbroking, maybe the legal framework, or maybe the insurance, the marine insurance field, or arbitration, or be naval architects, or marine engineering. So there are many opportunities if the women are prepared to pierce that glass ceiling and work shoulder to shoulder with their counterparts, right? So however, this requires, as I mentioned earlier, very good policies in place to address the sexual harassments, the pregnancies, the maternity leaves, maybe sometimes the creche facilities, flexible working hours for women. So for this, every organization will have to gear their policies towards encouraging females into the industry, rather than allowing women to leave the industry for other job roles that are offered.
Now, Anoma, I would like to put another question to you. Actually, traditionally in Sri Lanka, women are placed inside the house as housewives, but they are also performing a huge role as a housewife as well. People have to admire, people have to recognize that. But nowadays, the Sri Lankan female population is moving into professional life, like lawyers, doctors, and other professions, of course. So why is it not common in maritime sector that much?
Well, we do have eminent females in the local industry, but the numbers are not big. In my belief, it is because it is not common, because this profession has not been marketed well. So therefore, there is lack of representation in the industry. And furthermore, there are the preconceived notions, right, regarding the maritime industry limits females getting into the industry. Right, so we might have to change these notions and educate our females regarding the job opportunities available, because the belief they have is that the job roles on offer are not women's job. So as a result, that is why unlike the other professions like doctors, lawyers, or maybe engineers or whatever, there is lack of women participation. So we will have to first change those notions and then educate our females to get into the industry.
Now, Swabha, you being the chairperson this time in Vista, how do you like to spread a message for the Sri Lankan female population to get into your maritime related activities?
As I said before, times have changed. With these current conditions, anyone can join our industry, and it's a vast industry with lot of opportunities available. So my message to the general public and like women interested in like career opportunities, and even for the parents, this is a dynamic, prestigious industry. There are a lot of opportunities, and please come and join hands with us, and you can climb to the top of the career ladder. And it's a great you can be a very successful career woman, and you can achieve your dreams. So please come and join with us and take take an interest in this industry, because you don't have to restrict yourself to whatever the usual traditions. This is a very vast industry, so please come and join, and there are a lot of opportunities available.
I guess that the pay is also very attractive.
Yes. Of course it is. All depends on how we work, how hard we work, right attitude, positive attitude, and yes, we should never be in the back step. We should, as women, if we can play the role of a mother, why not this? This is definitely a possibility, and definitely possible, and you can be a part of it.
I came across that Vista is organizing some event this weekend. What is it all about?
It's actually our CSR event for the year. We while mentoring our females, while educating them, while getting them to join the industry, we also feel that we have a social responsibility over the women in Sri Lanka, and this is why we have taken this huge step to support the rural women. This time our theme is Northeast, to support the women from Northeast areas, and to bring their own products to Colombo, and the Vista is funding this event 100%, and so whereas we create a market for these ladies, and not only they have been able to market their products, but also we help them how to improve on their products and how to find a market, how to continue this, and we have found out there are so many single mothers, and Northeast was area which was affected, very much badly affected due to war, and these women actually need our support. So this is why we together with WIM we are supporting these women to come to Colombo and market their products, and to find so basically it's rural entrepreneurship, like we are encouraging them to be an entrepreneur.
So how could someone get in touch with you all to come and participate in this event?
Yes, those females who are listening to this talk show, I invite them to contact Vista, right? And because this is a very lucrative industry, maritime industry, to contact Vista on number.
Where do they have to come?
Well, they can.
The project is actually at Bailiff. Maybe Anoma can give some more information, like about the CSR, where we have the CSR project.
Yes, it is like this. Like what I'm talking about is to attract the females to the industry. So they could, if there are females listening to this program, they could always contact Vista, probably on McLaren shipping numbers, and they can contact me as well. I could always guide them on 077 2009 188, right, so that they could always get advice and how to get into the industry, and regarding education and professional education on the maritime industry.
Can we say the number again?
077 2009 188.
This morning in Coffee with Dan, I had Mrs. Swabha Wickremasinghe, who is the founder of the freight forwarding company World Link Shipping Colombo Private Limited, and presently its director marketing. She is holding a very important position of president of Vista, the women's trading in shipping arm. And also Mrs. Anoma Ranasinghe is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers. She is the chairperson of Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers UK Sri Lanka branch, and she is also an executive member of Vista. And we were talking about today empowering women through education, training, and gainful employment, especially in a field where women participation is really lacking but is on the development. Thank you very much, Swabha and Anoma, for being here in this Coffee with Dan.
Thank you very much, Dan. Can I add just one last thing? I invite all of you, the ones who are listening, please come to our CSR project, which we are having on the 2nd of December at Bayleaf, down Gregory's Road, behind DSA Nanayaka College, where all these rural women will come with their products and exhibit their products. And it's actually it goes as a Christmas sale, so you can come and do your Christmas shopping there. Please, we invite all of you to be there. Thank you.
So, Coffee with Dan, I will meet again tomorrow morning with another interesting topic.